Hey GolfPass, Chris Como here, and we're all trying to hit it farther, increase our club head speed, and there's been a big sort of movement out on the PGA Tour with better players to increase their club head speed. But one of the ways they're doing it is really through just a trial and error of sorts with good feedback. And I want to encourage you to do that. Experiment a little bit, have this trial and error. Now, what I'm gonna suggest you do is take something light. You could use an alignment stick, just a shaft. I have a training aid here that I think is great called a stack, and it's got no weights in it currently, so it's in its lightest sort of version of it. You can actually put weights to change the weight of it. And the idea is you take something light and you listen to that swoosh. It's like, okay, I sounded a certain way. What can I do to make that swoosh louder? I'm gonna try to make a bigger turn. Okay, that was a little louder. I'm gonna try to create some lag in transition. That was even louder. So I'm just going through this trial and error. I'm experimenting and I'm using something with some feedback. Again, something light. Anything like an alignment stick will create that swoosh. Trinity like stack, or there's other sort of speed sticks. Those are great as well. You can get little mini launch monitors that will actually give you your club head speed. If you don't want to rely on the sound of the swoosh, you want something a little bit more precise, you can measure it. Or again, if you don't want to make that investment, you can just use the sound of it. But the idea is let yourself experiment. Don't use a club head or an actual club. One, because you're not trying to hit balls, so it doesn't really matter to have the face, and it's just, you're not going to really be able to hear the differences in speed through the swoosh. So use something light and make these sounds, or make different motions that will create different sounds, and use that as feedback. Again, or you can just use, launch monitor, something like a stack system to in a more precise ways have that trial and error to help you get more club head speed. And allocate some of your practice time to this trial and error. Over time, you will start to piece things together. In general, your brain will want to move faster. It's just like trying to do anything more, either jump higher or run, as sprinters will sometimes run down hills to move faster. You're trying to get your brain to adjust. Through this trial and error, you will eventually increase your club head speed. Again, this is the process that many guys on tour are going through to increase their club head speed. It's a trial and error that has good feedback, so they can really start to figure out their best ways to create club head speed. Okay, so the one that created the most swoosh for me on those, I felt like I was making a really big turn and I had a little bit of extra lag in transition, so I'm gonna try and do that on this swing and see if we can hit a big drive. Let's see. Okay, and that one was hit pretty good. So again, I'm encouraging you to have that trial and error, but do it in a way where you get really great feedback and you will see your club head increase. Try this out. I hope that helps. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below.